Do we really want to bring a child into this world? It seems like everywhere we look, there's need for change, but is it even possible? And if not, then what? How do we make sure our children live and thrive rather than struggle to survive? What can we do to make a difference?
You all brought the idea of the song to me.
Because of the work that you guys are doing, what inspired us to be like, okay, how do we spread this message that you guys are spreading so well, you know?
I think it was just we saw so much suffering in the world. People were suffering, the planet was suffering, and no one seemed to really care.
We were living in one of the most violent neighborhoods in Baltimore, like in the epicenter of where the Freddie Gray uprising happened. So it was a lot of chaos going on outside, a lot of shootings, open-air drug markets, whole blocks that were vacant. So it really looked like a third world country in the neighborhood that we were in. And we were amongst all this chaos, and we were still blissing out and had peace within. We had to share it with others. We volunteered our time for the first 8-9 years of our organization. We weren't doing it to get paid. We were doing it because we knew that's what we were supposed to be doing.
It's so crazy. This used to be my yard right here. It looks so differently.
So you were here for 15 years?
Yeah, 16, 17 years. There's a lot, man. There's a lot of, it's constant, you know what I mean? Like that door, our door was always open, you know, so you could just come in anytime. There's no real peace of mind. But it was great. It was what we were doing. It was the mission, you know what I mean? It was to help.
A group of guys who returned to the neighborhood where they grew up, and they're helping the kids who live there find peace of mind in a way you might not expect.
A mindful moment. It's a 15-minute blend of yoga and meditation.
Good morning, everybody. I know taking a deep breath sounds really basic, but I can't count how many times it helped me not smack somebody in the face.
Ali, come on, you gotta start this one off. You know how you always start the main story off with how we got the jump off.
All right, so I think a quest for answers and truth was what made us decide to start the Holistic Life Foundation. As we were looking around for answers and what we were gonna do after we graduated, a lot of people were pushing the whole go get a job, get married, have some kids, retire, and then die. But we knew there had to be something more to this existence than that. And that was what made us start looking for answers. Like, we wanted to know what we were gonna do, how we were gonna do it, how we were gonna help, and just ease some of the suffering that was going on the planet. Me and Atman's godfather, our teacher, was one of those people that was into yoga in the early 60s and never got out of it. Atman saw a book on his altar that kind of spoke to us, and we asked him to teach us some yoga.
Our teacher told us that he wasn't teaching students. He would only teach teachers. And we had to promise him that if he taught us this stuff, that we would go out and teach.
Honestly, when we got into our practice, it was a time in our lives where we were very wild, fresh out of college. And we saw how it strengthened us mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and developed empathy within ourselves. So we knew that it could start helping other communities. And that's part of living the practice, you know what I mean? Being of service.
We know these techniques works because we were scientists, we did them on ourselves. We saw the results, and we always tell individuals, be a scientist yourself. And we're gonna share a technique with you, and if it resonates with you, if it works, then keep it in your toolbox. Now you have a tool for the rest of your life. It's easily accessible, right? 'Cause it's part of you. We just make sure that we can provide these tools and techniques so that people can help themselves.
You just taking deep breaths, slowly.
They help me with my anger issues. They shape me into the man I am today.
I just love Holistic Life Foundation because they help us breathe.
You can always take a deep breath and just calm down. Your body naturally does that whenever it's dealing with anything. Like that sigh is just your body's like, hey, like that's all right, we got this, like get it together. And when you enhance that sigh with a, automatically puts you in a better state.
Well, it made me very happy. So like, people ask me why I smile a lot. It's because of that.
I'm the mother of Ali, Atman, and Andy from another mother. Once they started HLF and once they finished college, it was no question to me. They were there trying to make the world a better place and to spread love. That anything that was in my power that I could do, that's what I did.
You can spread your arms.
It couldn't just be the three of us. I mean, we're big superhero comic book heads. We thought, we got this. The three of us, we're gonna save the world. You know what I mean? No problem, easy peasy, right? And I think we learned early on that it can't just be three of us.
Not only do they give us a practice, but they're hiring like the original like students and kids and people from the community that they were helping. So it's like empowering on the back end, you know.
The Holistic Life Foundation has been able to not only potentially save lives in the future, they have saved my life, and because it's not like you just get to come into society after, because I was out there for attempted murder. So being able to take like the worst experience, worst mistake that I ever did and use it as a tool to teach the youth. And because I don't look like a yoga instructor and I be in a different world, just being able to say, yeah, you know, I'm a yoga instructor, it feels like I have an actual power and title that nobody can take away.
The guys are grounded. I see them grounded and rooted in what it is that they believe in and the yoga philosophy, in the breath work, and the work that they do, and especially serving the underserved population.
All right, y'all be safe, man, okay? I love you guys, man. Hey, you know, if you need anything, man, hit us up.
When you are a kid, and if you don't have anyone there to support you and to empower you and to remind you that you can do this, you know, you're capable. This possibility is out there. And I think in a lot of the neighborhoods that are underserved, underprivileged, it's like no one tells you that you can achieve anything else.
I think that's the main message of the song.
Yeah.
So it's we have the power. It's up to us.
Every single person has the whole spectrum of emotions, and that includes pain and trauma and suffering. When you realize that you have right here, right now, and it's up to you.
That's a big thing with what we're trying to say in the song is, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you know, like, you can do whatever you want to do.
So I think everybody has the opportunity to make their world a little better, but I think people spend too much time in their heads worrying about if they're doing the right thing or how they're gonna do it instead of actually going out and actually doing something. I think that's the biggest thing you can do is like, embody love, like for yourself, like love yourself first, take care of yourself first, and then just go out and do something, whether it's small, whether it's big, like you're making a change in someone's life and you're making things better. So if everybody's going out and doing things like that, that's when huge ripples happen.
We are blessed, so we have to be a blessing to others. We have to be able to give back. We have to be able to look at those that don't have and be able to support them. Those that are going through trauma, those who are in crisis situation, to be able to support.
I know I love what we're doing because I see the impact that we had in our neighborhood. Like I see the kids that we work with and I look at them and their peers and I see how they're leaders amongst their peers and you know, how they don't only want to see themselves succeed. Through the practice, they develop empathy and they want to see others succeed also.
He treat me in a good way, and a way that a person's supposed to be treated. Every time I meditate, it makes me feel more confident and like I can do pretty much anything.
This world can be a beautiful place, and it's like the energy you put out there is, like love is the most powerful force in the universe. Like you get what you put out.
Yeah, I think giving love is the answer, and I think even beyond that, like teaching people to love themselves is the answer. So, I mean, you can give someone infinite amounts of love, and it's not really gonna make that huge a difference if they don't love themselves. I think people have to learn to love themselves first.
That's something that my mom used to always say to me when I was little was you're the architect of your own destiny, right? And I think that that's what we're reminding individuals about, is that you can be the one that's manifesting this. You can take it into your own hands and make this happen, you know, fulfill your dreams.
Even the longest journey starts with one step. And if we can get these individuals, youth, adults, teenagers, start walking along that path, they usually keep going themselves. And we just knew in our hearts, you know, this is what we're supposed to do. Like, this is our mission in life.
So many people have said to you, like, you really want to bring a child into this world?
I think all we need to do is give her the tools the same way that you give the tools to all the kids in your Holistic Life Foundation family, to know that it's up to them.
We have the power. It's in our hands. It's up to us.